Well, the clock just hit 10:30, so I think we're ready to start tonight. We've got a couple of breaks on tap. They are both baseball. The first one is a half case of 2017 Leaf Metal Draft Baseball. That's the back half of a case we started a few days ago. And the second break is a half case of 2017 Topps Update Jumbo Baseball. That's also the back half of the case we started, I think, about this time last week, actually. So let's take a look at the spreadsheet. One of these will go up before each break. And, of course, first up, because it's the fastest one to do, is 6 boxes of 2017 Leaf Metal Draft Baseball. This is a half case break, and it is break number 2, second time we have broken it. Our eBay end date was tonight, December the 9th. Live stream schedule also tonight, Saturday, December 9th at 10:30 Eastern. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right. Anything you see that says no bids, buyback, well, that's just an orphan team. Excuse me. Nobody wanted to give it a forever home, so you know what? It's going to hang out here with me if anything comes out for one of those teams. Join its brothers on Card Mountain. Before we get started, I am going to adjust the camera focus. I like to take it off of autofocus, and I like to set it so that we can look at the cards up a little more closely. You will see the background go out of focus, or did see the background go out of focus when I did that, so don't be alarmed. It's not anything going on your side. It's just so we can see the cards better. And of course, if you haven't done a break with Leaf Metal Draft before, it has one sort of pack, if you will, in each of these boxes. But the cards are already in top loaders, in sleeves and top loaders inside the box, because that's how Leaf does them most of the time. So they're kind of ready to go. We just get in there and take them out and look through them. And if we find anybody, I think everybody in here, we should be able to figure out what team they're with pretty easily. But if there is somebody that we're not, or that I'm not sure about, or it doesn't state it on the card, I will look it up. And of course, it'll go to the current team for whoever that person might be. There's our empty box. Little pieces of foam coming out of there. First half of this case, we had a nice little break. We had a nice Cody Bellinger come out for the Dodgers. I think, if I'm remembering right, I think we had Torres come out for the Yankees and several other of our good prospects. Of course, Cody's not a prospect anymore, but you know what I mean. They still consider him, I guess, a prospect at Leaf, or they did when they produced this series anyway. Or maybe they just had him left over and decided to put him in regardless of the fact that he'd been called up. But I guess the biggest news this week, well, two big things in the last couple of days. One, that Ohtani is officially signed, sealed, and delivered to the Angels, which I personally did not see coming, but there you go, because he's going to be a pitcher and designated hitter. And then the second, how about Giancarlo going to the Yankees? That's going to be something. Between he and Aaron Judge, man, it's a home run festival. So this little advertising card, that's in each one of these boxes as well. But, you know, we don't need that. We don't care about the advertising card. Colton Welker is first up. That is for the Rockies. And then we have Alex Lang, and that is Cubs. AJ, that's going to be the Oakland A's, and that is numbered to 10. Nice low number hit there, 4 of 10. Brendan Little, numbered to 25. That is also the Cubs. Jaron Kendall, and that one is not numbered. It is the Dodgers. Shane Baz. And And, oh, Pirates. And that's a 1 of 1. Okay, boom. How about that? Can you see that up there in the topper? Topper. Let's try that again. It's just a cross between top and upper. In the upper left corner, a 1 of 1 on the Shane Baz for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So nice little hit. I do realize that I'm going to try and change the, just ever so slightly, the direction of that. See if I can get some of the glare off of these cards when we're looking at them, because there seems to be a lot on it. Bousakis, and that is the Astros. Joe Perez, numbered to 7, also the Astros. Nate Pearson, numbered to 15 for the Blue Jays. Brendan Little, Cubs. Jeter Downs, numbered to 25 for the Reds, my little Cincinnati Reds. Mackenzie Gore for the Padres. Another advertising card. One of those in every box, you know, so I'll just go ahead and take the one off the top of the next stack, too, at the same time. Andreas Jimenez. That is for the Mets. Mark Vientos for the Mets. Louis Campusano, numbered to 3 for the Padres. A little Alex Fado, numbered to 15 for the Tigers. Austin Beck to 25 for the A's. Oh, little Victor Robles for the Nationals. I tell you what, I'm going to do one other thing here, because for some reason, that is just, I'm going to try to make this where we can maybe see even a little bit closer up than we were. Let's see if I like that any better. It doesn't really help any with the glare. I kind of thought if I narrowed the field it might, but it doesn't. Nick Pratto for the Royals. Drew Ellis, Diamondbacks. Griffin Canning, numbered to 3 for the Angels. Speaking of the lucky Angels. Tanner Houck, or Hoke, Red Sox. Drew Waters, Braves. Nick Senzel for my Cincinnati Reds, numbered to 15. Garrett Hampson for the Rockies. Christopher, is that Cease or Sice? I'm not sure how you say his name. For the Rangers. Patrick Mazeika for who? Who is he with? Oh, the Mets. A redemption. We'll set that one aside for a hot second. A little state pride. Adam Hazley for the Phillies. Kevin Maytan. There's a nice one. That one is not numbered. Braves, be glad you got that one while you can. All those nasty little sanctions are going to take a lot of your prospects away. Michael Baez, is that Baez? Baez? I don't know. Padres. Nate Pearson again. Blue Jays. Hagen Danner, numbered to 10. Blue Jays. And then there's another redemption. We may as well we'll do them both at once here in a minute. Joe Adele, numbered to 7 for the Angels. Royce Lewis, there's another nice little hit there. That one for the Twins. Was that numbered? I guess it's not. I don't know why I thought that would be numbered, but it isn't. And then our 2 redemptions. We have D.L. Hall, State Pride. So I'll have to look that up. I don't know who has D.L. Hall. I'll look it up here in a second. And then Hans Kraus, or Krause, which I also don't know. So let me look both of those up, and we'll see what teams those go to. So hold tight here for a second. And of course, you know, some of those will probably be numbered when you actually get them. But they always just say on the leaf little redemption, you know, that they may give you a parallel when you get it, but you probably will. So this is for the Baltimore Orioles, the DL Hall. And then that is going to leave us with Hans Krause or Krause. Let's see where that one goes. I'm on MLB.com if you're wondering where I pull that up on that stuff, or if anybody wants to follow along. And it looks like Hans is a Ranger, a Texas Ranger. So we'll do just a quick little, let me get back over to chat here. We'll do a quick little run through here. So that was the Rangers. That is the Orioles. And then the rest, we're just, we'll take a quick little front and back look as a recap, just in case someone missed it or you're tuning in to watch the uploaded content and you just want to scroll to the end. I'm expecting this will probably ship, well, either Monday or Tuesday. That's what I feel like at the moment. I would like to say Monday, but there is definitely a possibility that it will roll into Tuesday. Part of the reason is because the stupid post office did not send me all my flat rate envelopes that they are supposed to have sent me last month. I still have not gotten them. So I called last week, like, hey, it's been 3 weeks. Why haven't I gotten my stuff? Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get it to you right away. Yeah, I still don't have it. And of course, my post office doesn't carry hardly any of that stuff, which is a little weird. You would think the post office would kind of have a stock of everything that you might need to ship priority mail, flat rate and stuff, but no, they don't. So hopefully that stuff's going to show up pretty soon. Tracking showed it in Atlanta the other day. Now, of course, Atlanta got all that snow the day it showed up there in tracking, so who knows how long that'll slow me down. But what are you gonna do? It's not like they get snow down there all that often. This is the last of the leaf. Oops, sorry. This is the last of the leaf metal draft. I did have just the one case of it. There's our nice little one of one. And so we won't have any more of this to break, but we got lots of other stuff to break, and we're almost time for Bowman's Best to come out as well. We're, what, the 20th? I think it's the 20th of this month Bowman's Best comes out. And I've got several cases of that because I personally like Bowman's Best a lot. So we'll be breaking that hot and heavy when it comes out. So next up, that's going to bring us to our Jumbo, our Topps Jumbo. So this is 3 boxes of 2017 Topps Update Jumbo Baseball. This is a half case break, and this is break number 6. It is the last of the Jumbo that I have. I do have a case of Update Wax left, but I'm not sure yet if I'm going to break it or sell it as boxes or sell it as cases or what I'm going to do with it. So stay tuned for that. And once again, anything in here that says no bids buyback, if something comes out for one of those teams, will stay here with me. Otherwise, if it comes out for one of you, look forward to ship either Monday or Tuesday. And of course, all of that also ended tonight on eBay, 12/9, and breaking the same night that it ended. Once again, the back half of a case, so no need to take them, to open them and number them and let random decide and all that, because we did that when we originally opened up this case. So we just get the fun part of digging in. Now there's loads and loads and loads of base cards in here, and we'll kind of cut a path through those. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on the base, so you'll see me flip through that at a pretty good little clip. Of course, in the middle of each of our packs is where we find our inserts and our short prints and all that kind of stuff. Obviously that we will take a little more time with. We may as well just do these one pack at a time, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the best way to do that. I guess that's what we'll do. So, yeah, we're just going to kind of move right on along till we get to the nice middle part where all of our fun stuff waits. And we should find one autograph and 2 relics in each box. Oh, good grief. One of our relics will be a manufactured Hank Aaron commemorative. The other one will be an all-star relic. We'll probably find a fair amount of these. You'll notice this little kind of olive green color down there in the corner. Anytime you see that, you know that card's going to be numbered to 2017 on the back. Topps has a tendency to do that, to just number them to the year that they're in. And we'll find a bunch of these too. These all Rookie Cup cards, and they are, of course, are just reprints of original rookie cards for various people. That one was Rod Carew. And we will also find one of these photo variation short prints, and pretty much, let me get out some sleeves. In every pack, we'll typically find one of those as well. That one, of course, for the Cubs. And we should find one of these 30th anniversaries in virtually every pack also. Little Major League Baseball host. We're going to set her aside over there because we'll probably find some more of those. And when we do, if we find, well, however many we find, we'll award them via random towards the end of the break, or at the end of the break. Bunches and bunches of Aaron Judge rookies in here, base rookies, ditto with the Bellingers. I thought maybe that was one of our dual team cards, but it's not. That was a straight up Jose Altuve. One of our rediscover Topps. These are buyback cards, literally cards that Topps bought back from somewhere and put a stamp on them. That one looks like it's kind of a copper color. I know there's some chase involved with that certain color stamps are less common, I should say, than others, but I don't know how those match up. So if you're into that sort of thing, I will try to make a point of noting what color I see there. We'll probably find some cards in here that have 2 different teams on it. There's a couple of different cards that feature players from 2 different teams, and we'll set those aside and deal with those at the end as well. Jared Weaver to 2017. Another all Rookie Cup. Our photo variation short print is George Springer for the Astros. The 30th anniversary is Diaz. And then we're back to our normal from here. Yeah, so I wonder what it's going to... I wonder if Topps is going to get an exclusive signature deal with Ohtani. Because, man, if he turns up in the products, I think we're all going to go crazy over that. That's kind of a copper color, another one of the rediscover Topps. Of course, that's assuming that he is as good as advertised, which I guess we all figure he's going to be. This is one that I was talking about. Of course, we've got 2 different players on there. You've got the Orioles with Manny Machado, and then you've got Mookie Betts for the Red Sox. So we'll set that aside. We'll see how many of those we find. And typically we find enough that some goes to each of those 2 teams. But we'll set it aside and divvy them up at the end. Starlin Castro got traded. Part of that deal to get Giancarlo. Brett Cecil to 2017 for the Cardinals. A little Cody Bellinger insert, just a rookie, you know, like a Topps Salute rookie. We'll find some of those here and there. Mitch Haniger, photo variation short print for the Mariners. We'll find a fair amount of these little Untouchables inserts as well. Our first relic is our manufactured relic, the Hank Aaron Award. This one goes to the Cubbies, Chris Bryant. featured on it. If I can, why can I not get the sleeve out for that? Good gracious. Okay, that was interesting. I guess that's, you know, most things I can do either right-handed or left-handed, but somehow dealing with those sleeves left-handed always seems to get me all tied up. And periodically, as we go through the break tonight, it's another Rediscover Tops, that one in a silver with a silver stamp. You're going to see me periodically grab the cards that we've already looked at. I'm going to move them off to my right. But just be aware there are mats to my right as well, so it's not like your card is going onto some unsafe surface. I'm just moving it because I don't like that stack back there to get really tall. It makes me nervous. So I move them to the sorting mat after they get to a certain height. Hi, Gavin. How are you? I just saw you pop up in chat. This is another one of our dual team cards. Of course, this is Rangers and Astros on that, so same as the other. We're going to set it aside, see how many we find, and I expect that we will find enough that each team will get some of those before it is all said and done. David Dahl for the Rockies with a little foil insert. Oh, see, I told you, meat and the sleeves in the left hand. I'm telling you what. Tom Seaver, all rookie cup. Anthony Rizzo for the Cubs is our photo variation short print. 30th anniversary, and good grief, we know I'm not going to say his name right. I always want to say it's Mija, and I know Mija is wrong. It's Mejia or something similar to that. Our All-Star Stitches, our second relic out of this case, is Kenley Jansen for the Dodgers. Dodgers. So we still have a signature hit left to find in this box, which will show up somewhere along the way. And you know what's weird? Topps is putting out right now the pre-sales for Series 2 of 2018, which is really early. Like, they have been doing all of their pre-sales this year, it seems to me, earlier than what they are typically. Because it is really hard to gauge whether or not, you know, how much, obviously I'll get some, but how much Series 2 you want to get for 2018. We don't even know who's going to be called up or anything else. Like this past year, we didn't have to order Series 2 until, man, I mean, it was way up into the year, probably like August, or maybe not August. August would have been about when we were ordering Update. So maybe we did order Series 2 earlier, and I just don't remember. Jake Lamb with the foil insert. Carlton Fisk, all rookie cup. Our photo variation short print for the Cubs with the Ryan Sandberg. I don't know. Just seems to me like we're having to order it earlier this year than we had to last year. Gosh, the Gypsy Queen order, that had to go in like a couple months ago. Of course, I always get a decent amount of Gypsy Queen because I like that series. But it's just so hard to know what you're trying to do 6 and 7 months out before you even know who's going to be doing what at that point in time. I mean, Series 1's a little easier because we know Reese Hoskins and a handful of them. Clint Frazier, we know some of them who will be in Series 1, but 2 and Update, yeah, that's anybody's guess. That is numbered to 2017 for the Rockies with the Emarista. Aw, little Johnny Bench reprint, all rookie cup. Joey Votto for my Cincinnati Reds is the photo variation short print out of that pack. Looks like next up on deck, so to speak, we have got Brandon Phillips for the Braves with our 30th anniversary paralleled. Yeah, I kind of meant to break all this update a while back, and I sort of had some stacked in the wrong place and didn't entirely remember that I had it until I found it, as you guys know, about 10 days or so ago, and we broke the first half of this case, and now the back half, and oh, I got to figure out what to do with the wax. I mean, ultimately we might break it, but I don't know. Maybe. Sometimes I know I'd be better off if I sold some of that stuff as individual boxes, but I just don't like fooling with that. I prefer to break it. I think that's more fun. A little Ian Happ rookie insert. Foil Starlin Castro for the Yankees. Barry Larkin is our photo variation short print for my Cincinnati Reds, who got 2 back-to-back short prints because they got Joey Votto out of the last pack. Untouchables for the D-backs. Lots and lots of Aaron Judge in here of various types. But you know that's always the case with update. There's always several variations for the high-profile rookies, and one will settle in usually to be worth a little more than the others. Another one of our coming to America, so we at least have one for each team of that one now. We'll see how many more we pull. Lots of Bellinger photo variations as well. And there's a nice little Cody Bellinger, numbered to 2017 for the Dodgers. Mitch Haniger, one of the rookie inserts. Manny Machado for the Orioles is our photo variation short print. Next up, I see some untouchables. I think that's Corey Kluber, right? Yeah. For the Indians. Oh, here's our signature hit. It is Coda Glover for the Nationals. Sticker auto on the 30th anniversary parallel. So the Nats with a little hit there. And that leaves us with a couple of packs to open and no suspense, because we know that our hits are gone. Well, I guess there's some suspense, because we could still pull some nice short prints. Oh, the game, you are not kidding. They are, I mean, that's going to be insane. Between Aaron and Giancarlo, that's going to be insane. I can't even imagine. I'm kind of looking forward to it, honestly. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And today, UK was playing at Madison Square Garden, and the Yankees, the new manager of the Yankees was there, and they did an interview with him on camera, Alex Bregman. And, of course, he wasn't ready to confirm anything at that point. He was just kind of saying, well, you know, whatever. He wasn't giving any of the details anyway. There's Chris Sale for the Red Sox in the foil variation. Short print, Ted Williams. That's the photo variation short print, if I didn't say that. And an Untouchables, Roy Halladay. So the Yankees manager said, somebody asked him, one of the announcers asked him about Aaron's shoulder, and I guess he said that he's recouping well from his surgery. Of course, according to them, it was just to clean some stuff up, but yet, I mean, you could tell there was an issue towards the latter part of the season. But he said he thought he was going to be ready to rock and roll by spring, so. Yeah, I think the Yankees are going to be pretty solid. I mean, I think you would pretty much give up Starlin Castro and a couple of prospects all day long for Giancarlo, and pairing him with Aaron is going to be quite exceptional. She may as well just rename that Home Run Park up there. Drew Smiley for the Mariners to 2017. Chris Sale pitching performance insert. Boom. Speaking of Yankees, how about your Aaron Judge short print? Don't pull those very often. I think that's maybe out of all the boxes we've opened of update, that's maybe only the second one I've pulled of the Aaron Judge short print. Untouchables for the Braves. But I think everybody is going to be, whether or not you're an Angels fan, because, I mean, really, to me, the Angels are like, whatever, either way. I like Mike Trout, but just as a team, I don't really watch the Angels that much. But I will be now, because I want to see what Ohtani brings. If he comes over and is able to play as well here as he played there, it's going to be pretty exciting to watch. So that definitely gives a new little look to the West out there when you factor him into the mix. Baseball is going to be interesting this upcoming year, I think. Of course, it's always interesting to a certain extent, but I don't remember having this. Well, I guess we have had this much hype over some of our Japanese prospects before, but I'm just looking forward to this kid, that's all. Joey Votto in the foil variation. Ken Griffey Jr. Rookie Cup reprint. Ian Happ is our photo variation short print for the Cubbies. Bradley Zimmer for the Indians is our 30th anniversary. And we have our all-star stitches right here out of the first pack that we open. How about that? Osuna for the Jays. That looks like it should be numbered. Was it numbered and I missed it? No, I guess it's not. I don't know why. For some reason it looked to me like it should have been numbered, but clearly it was not. And then, of course, in football news today, Baker Mayfield got, what did he get? It was some crazy percentage, like 86% or something of all the votes for the Heisman went to Baker Mayfield. I mean, I think we all kind of expected him to get that, but I don't know that I really expected it to be 86%. I would have thought that the other two, I mean, Lamar Jackson, I know he won last year, but he had a pretty good year this year. And I forget the third kid. I can't think of his name. Mazzara insert, a little Molina foil for the Cardinals. But I certainly would have thought that the other two would have gotten combined more than 16 or 14 or whatever percent they got. Craig Kimbrell for the Red Sox. Oh, was it Osuna numbered? See, I thought that it should be, but then I couldn't find the number on it. Where the heck is it? Why do I not see it? Oh, it's up here. Okay, 19 of 25. I see, that's why I said when I pulled it, I'm like, that should be numbered, but I can't find the number. Yeah, dumb me. Sorry. 19 of 25. It was in the upper left corner. Untouchables for the Braves. Jeff Hoffman for the Rockies, numbered to 66. That one is 9 of 66. Yeah, what is that kid's name? The running back that was up for the Heisman. That's the kid who I can't spit his name out of my head for some reason. And by all accounts, I mean, Baker Mayfield had an excellent year. Of course, he kind of comes across as a little bit of a, well, this is a family show, so I won't say the word I'm thinking, but you can fill in the blank. I think sometimes he comes off as a little bit of a fill in the blank. But in terms of just his skills, yeah, he's good. Of course, we all know sometimes that translates to the NFL, and sometimes it doesn't. So remains to be seen how that will go. Francisco Lindor to 2017 for the Indians. Glove work, Josh Reddick. A little Tyler Glasnow photo variation short print for the Pittsburgh Pirates. My Pittsburgh Steelers tomorrow have to play the Ravens. I'm kind of, you know, we're without Juju because he got suspended for a game due to his hit on Vontaze Burfict in the last game. And then, of course, Ryan, man, they're kind of keeping us in the dark about what's going on with Ryan Shazier, which is kind of bugging me. We know that he had the surgery for his back, but they haven't given any updates since then, which was a Thursday, I think. So I hope he does not end up paralyzed. That was just brutal. So I don't know. My Steelers are going to be playing down a couple of guys and meeting the Ravens. So I don't know what that's going to look like tomorrow, but I do know it's going to be cold as blazes. It is extremely cold here. Which doesn't really make sense, does it? Cold as blazes, because blazes are hot. But for some reason, that's some expression that's cold as blue blazes. Like, what does that mean? I don't know. Cody Bellinger to 2017 for the Dodgers. Oh, Bryce Love. Thank you, the game. I didn't see you type that in there a second ago. I didn't look over there, I guess. Thank you. That would have bugged me the rest of the night. That was a Chipper Jones All-Rookie Cup reprint there. Luke Weaver for the Cardinals is our photo variation short print. And what is the deal here with this? That seems like a... well, yeah, because it's numbered to 99. Almost didn't catch that on the Salas for the Mets. Matt Holliday in the 30th anniversary. And then, whoops, we have someone stuck behind there. Yeah, it was Raji Davis trying to hitch a ride. But yeah, it got really cold here today. Super cold and snowed. Of course, it snowed just about everywhere, I think. Rediscover Tops in the copper parallel. Well, not everywhere, obviously. It didn't snow lots of places, but in the east and in the south, it snowed a lot of places, including Louisiana, which doesn't even get snow very often. But mainly just really, really cold. Yeah, on those really cold days, that's when I schedule for the postman to pick up the packages. Sometimes I do anyway if I just have a lot and I think it's going to be hard to juggle or get in and out of the post office with that much. That's the 2017 with the Giancarlo. But anytime it's really cold, oh yeah, I totally have it picked up. Ivan Rodriguez for the Rangers on our Rookie Cup reprint. Christian Arroyo for the Giants is our photo variation short print. The 30th anniversary is also Christian Arroyo. How about that? Back to back. Yeah, I'm sure the postman hates it too. When I have tons of packages he's got to carry out back and forth to his truck and it's so cold outside, but trying to get into the post office this close to Christmas, the line is usually out the door, and even if you can get in to set down prepaid stuff, the counters are all full. There's nowhere to set it. There's never anyone open and available that you can just hand it to. It's kind of a mess. So I prefer to have them pick it up this time of year normally. Of course, as you know, they forgot me the other day. Tyler Glasnow for the Pirates to 2017. Or maybe you don't know. If you did the break with me the other night, you know. If you didn't, you probably didn't know that. But yeah, they forgot me the other day. So I ended up driving it up there. Eddie Murray for the Orioles photo variation short print. Ozuna, 30th anniversary parallel. Another one of our little hosts. We'll set him aside because he'll get randomed off. So I finally, yeah, the other night I drove it up there. It was 6 o'clock or thereabouts, and dropped it off. And I told the people that, hey, somebody forgot to pick up my stuff today. Copper Rediscover Top stamp, Gary Matthews for the Cubs. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm sure it was my regular guy's day off and whatnot. So I drop it off. I come back home. And like 45 minutes later, a totally different guy that ever runs my route is knocking on my door going, I'm here to pick up your packages. I was like, for real? Because I just dropped them off like 45 minutes ago. And he goes, oh, yeah, well, this isn't my route, but whoever ran your route was brought to his attention that he forgot to pick up your packages, so then he sent me to get them. I'm thinking, why, when I just dropped them off and they apparently told the carrier that, did they then send somebody else back out? I mean, that was just kind of dumb. But anyway, that's what they did. Nelson Cruz in the foil variation. A little Mike Piazza all rookie cup for the Dodgers. Our photo variation short print is for the A's, Franklin Barreto. Oh, what do I think about the Palmeiro comeback? I think it's crazy. He's 50-something years old. What is that? Chris Sale and the 30th anniversary. I think he's flat out crazy. But he says he can do it. I can't imagine who wants him to do it. I don't know what team wants him to come back and do that, but I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, well, guy, why did you get busted for PEDs back when you were playing, and maybe you would have played longer? I don't know. I think it's strange. That's kind of what I think about it. Why? What do you think about it? More to the point. And guys, if you're watching the break, or girls, and you cannot see the chat and you just hear me responding to people that are commenting in chat, it's probably because you're not logged in. From what I have been told, you have to be logged into YouTube to be able to read and participate in the chat. So just FYI. George Springer to 2017. So if, you know, you're so inclined and you want to jump into chat, that's the way to do it. Miguel Cabrera, photo variation short print for the Tigers. Oh, you think he must need money really badly? Well, that's a valid point. That could be it. Felix Hernandez. I didn't really think of it that way, but that makes sense. That would be the reason. The Rockies with Antonio Senzatella in our 30th anniversary parallel sticker auto. And what are we missing out of here? We haven't hit our Hank Aaron Award yet out of this case, right? I think that's right. Or out of this box, I mean. I guess there are most of those things like that probably are driven by financial concerns. I just can't even imagine why you think at 50 some odd years when you've been out of the game for a substantial period of time that you can just kind of walk back in and be ready to go. That seems crazy to me, especially against much, much younger competition. And the game's changed a lot. I mean, it's not even the same as it was even a few years ago. It evolves and things are different. And I think I think it's a pipe dream. Be really surprised if he ended up anywhere. Ryan Healy to 2017 for the Oakland A's. Manny Margot, Padres. Mike Piazza for the Mets. Photo variation short print. Untouchables coming up. Also the Mets. Tom Seaver. There's our Hank Aaron Award. And it's Derek Jeter for the Yankees. And out of all the Hank Aaron awards that I pull, which, you know, we've pulled a fair amount in the cases that we've opened, that might be the first Derek Jeter that I've seen. I seem to pull Cabrera a lot. I mean, there's certain ones that I think I pull more than others, and maybe I don't. It just seems that way, but... Topps Traded. Remember those? Wow. Ooh, terrible miscut, but that's the way they were. Silver stamp on that one. That's how you know it's a true buyback. That lovely miscut card that we all remember so fondly from the 70s. Well, and probably some beyond too, but the most egregious examples seem to be in the 70s. Oh, Derek Jeter's your favorite player ever? All right. Well, do you have the Yankees tonight, the game? So is that your card? Did that make you happy? I'm hoping. There is Randall for the Cardinals, followed by a little Adam Lind for the Nats in the foil. Oh, nice Hank Aaron coming up. Photo variation short print. See, Hank Aaron is probably my favorite all-time player. And that's only slightly below Johnny Bench. Those are kind of my two faves. But I love Hank Aaron. And of course, you guys know that says Milwaukee Braves on it. But I think we all can agree. We all know the former Milwaukee Braves are the current Atlanta Braves. Card always stays with its franchise, even if the franchise moves around and alters its name. So, of course... that nice little Hank Aaron will go to the Atlanta Braves. Oh, you don't have the Yankees tonight? I'm sorry. Well, at least you got to see the cool Derek Jeter. And then you're probably like, well, I don't want to just see it. I know, but for me, I enjoy, obviously, since I do this, but I enjoy seeing cards, even when they're not my cards. I like seeing the hits that come out and the nice cards, and for me, that's almost as interesting as when they are going to be my own, because I enjoy it. We're making reasonably good time on these tonight. Sometimes, whoops, he was hiding behind Adam Eaton there for a hot second. Sometimes it seems like they go faster than others, even when it's the same group of stuff. For some reason, time seems to go faster some nights than others. And the Siegler, of course, Siegler, what is wrong with me? Sensker for the Padres is the foil variation. Short print, Mark McGwire, Oakland A's. Untouchables for the Braves, Greg Maddux. And then we're rocking and rolling right on through. If you're into Bowman Draft, I've got a bit of that coming up in the days ahead. I've got one case of Jumbo listed already. The full case split up into two breaks because much like this, there's just a ton of cards in it. And then the first half of the Super Jumbo went up tonight. And the Super Jumbos, of course, have a lot more cards in them as a whole, but they also have more autograph hits. I think there are, if I'm remembering this right, there are 5 in Super Jumbo and maybe 3 in the regular Jumbo of Bowman Draft. But don't absolutely quote me on that. Make sure you read in the listing. Matt Chapman foil for the A's. Fernando Valenzuela, all Rookie Cup reprint. Oh, Babe Ruth. Nice. We're pulling some really cool short prints tonight. So the Yankees with the nice Babe Ruth. And a minute ago we had the Braves with Hank Aaron. Starlin Castro, 30th anniversary. But yeah, so at the bottom of any break that I list, if you scroll all the way down, at the end of the description, I do a cut and paste of the product details. So it should say in there exactly how many, but I want to say it's 5 for the Super Jumbo and 3 in the regular Jumbo. That's per box, of course. But Bowman Draft is always so much fun to open. Of course, you guys know I like Bowman in general because I like the prospecting part of it. I think the prospecting is a lot of fun. It's kind of like playing the stock market in many ways. So typically, Bowman releases, I get a fair amount of them. Casey Lawrence for the Mariners to 2017, if I did not say that, and I don't think I did. Cal Ripken, All Rookie Cup. Buster Posey for the Giants, photo variation short print. That's another player I really like. I like Buster Posey. I have kind of a fondness for catchers in general. Christian Yelich, so far, still a Miami Marlin. Our All-Star Threads headed off to the Colorado Rockies, Nolan Arenado. But I'm especially interested to get into Bowman's Best because, you know, it usually has a pretty strong checklist. And it should have our current year rookies in there as well. Rediscover Tops in the copper variation. So I'm always looking forward to Bowman's Best. However, I do wish they would release it not so close to Christmas. That just is a drag. Oh, and I finally got some Elite Extra Edition listed as well. I'm kind of behind on stuff because things are coming out such rapid pace in December that I don't have it all listed as quickly as I might like. Alice Keuchel for the Astros in the foil variation. So, yeah, so we've got finally part of that listed as well. I'm assuming if you like prospecting, those of you who do, you would also like Elite Extra Edition. It's always pretty cool. Alex Bregman, photo variation short print. Nice. If we could just pull up the Cody Bellinger, we'd be in good shape. Untouchables for the Nats. Sean Newcomb for the Braves. Our signature hit. Sticker auto. And Elite Extra Edition has less cards overall. Not as much base and stuff as you get in some of the other stuff like Bowman Draft. But it still has a lot of hits. A lot of auto hits in it. It's usually pretty fun product to work with. That is to 2017 for the Miami Marlins. Next up, a little Mark McGwire All Rookie Cup. Our short print here, Pedro Martinez for the Red Sox. Oh, here comes a nice little surprise. A Cody Bellinger in the black and white. I call this the negative insert, and I don't know if that's what it's technically supposed to be called or not, but that's what I call it because it looks like a photo negative to me. So there's a nice little Bellinger for you, Dodgers. Followed by a 30th anniversary Cody Bellinger. So once again, some back-to-back inserts of the same player, much like we had a while ago with Christian Arroyo. And of course, at the end of the break, we'll recap our hits. We'll also award the Major League hosts those inserts. We'll award those via random. And then we'll take a look at our Emmas for Mashing and our Coming to America cards, each one of which had 2 different teams on them. We'll count how many of those we have, and that'll tell us then how we're going to divvy them up. Jamie Garcia to 2017 for the Braves. The All-Rookie Cup is going to be Ryan Sandberg for the Cubbies. Photo variation short print, Dansby Swanson. Another one of our rookies. So we've done pretty well. We need to still pull out Bellinger in a short print and Benintendi in a short print, but we're cutting a path through it between Bregman and Dansby and Aaron. Bryce Harper in the 30th anniversary. Another one of our MLB hosts. And I guess we're, just back to our regular. I do like the extra hits that they put in Jumbo and Super Jumbo and things like that with tops. But man, there's always so many base cards. Like, you kind of just want to go, couldn't you do it so that there are just more hits and less, and no base cards, or less base cards? Like Bowman Chrome, right? I mean, Bowman Chrome, the Jumbo for the last couple of years is nothing but hits. It's all signatures and no base. I wish all the Jumbos were that way. JT Riddle for the Marlins to 2017. Ryan Braun with a walk-off insert. Speaking of our newly traded Giancarlo Stanton, still for the Marlins there on that short print. Untouchables, Red Sox. And of course, some people only collect certain teams. So it's always less fun for some people when their major players get traded, because then they don't want the cards anymore. That's in kind of a gold color on the nice little Jose Canseco buyback. But you know, a couple people that break with me in football in particular, he had one card that he had pulled in a break, had just pulled it with me not too far before the player got traded. It was a 1 of 1 too. But once the guy got traded, he's like, nope, I don't want it anymore. I'm going to sell it. And so he did. Now, for me, I usually keep my cards even when the players get traded. Unless I just don't like the player, which usually if I don't like the player, I probably haven't kept it to begin with. But some people literally only collect by team rather than by player. Garcia for the Marlins to 2017. The game, are you saying the best pull for myself personally, or that I have pulled for somebody else? Bradley Zimmer, Indians. Well, come on now. That was the short print, by the way, if I didn't say that. Out of that pack. Because in terms of what I've pulled for other people, I mean, I've pulled some awesome stuff. You know, I've pulled just recently 1 of 1 Aaron Judge, 1 of 1 Mike Trout. Pulled Tom Brady numbered to 5 in football. I mean, pulled Pulled a lot of nice stuff this last year. That one's in a copper color on that Rediscover Tops. Oh, for me, like in somebody else's break, gosh, probably my favorite thing that I've pulled in somebody else's break is my Antonio Brown rookie card. Rookie auto out of 2010 plates and patches, numbered to 25, I think it was, or is. That's my personal favorite because I'm a huge Steelers fan and I absolutely love Antonio Brown. So that made me very, very happy. Senzatella for the Rockies. Robinson Cano for the Mariners with the photo variation short print. Untouchables coming up next. The Yankees with a little Roger Clemens. There is our Hank Aaron Award. Paul Goldschmidt for the D-backs on the final one. But I also haven't had as much time to buy into breaks in the last few months as I normally have. Did I stack that in the wrong place? Yes, I did. That's the 2017 for the Cubs. I don't know how I managed to stack it over there with the base. Of course, I would have found it when I was sorting out anyway, but obviously prefer to stack it properly as we go along. Last pack in the last box of the last update jumbo that we have. But we do still have that case of wax, which, I mean, technically it's not wax anymore. It's been many years since it's been wax, but everybody still kind of calls it that. But the non-jumbo, the standard hobby box of Topps Update, I still have a case of that, which I'll probably end up breaking. I doubt I'll sell it as a case. I'll probably break it. For the Cardinals to 2017. Brewers insert. Our photo variation short print final one, Noah Syndergaard for the Mets. Untouchables for the Braves. And then we've got a few little cleanup items here to take care of. And then we will recap. A Rediscover Topps in silver for my Cincinnati Reds. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. First off, our Coming to America. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll send 2 to the Astros, 2 to the Rangers, and 1 will go over here into that random spot. And our M is for mashing. We have 4, so 2 will go to Baltimore and 2 will go to the Red Sox. So those were easy to separate and sort. So this little pile here, which is our odd man out of the others, and these 3 MLB hosts, those are going to go out by way of random. So we're going to take care of that right now. I'm going to bring you along with me as I do it. Well, I think I am, if I can get myself on the right page. So I'm just going to cut and paste our list of teams here. We're going to drop that in to random. And I got to get you and me both over to random. And there you can see there all of our teams are in there. I'm just going to hit random one time, and whoever comes out on top is going to take that little group of cards. And it is the Mariners. So that is right here, our 3 MLB hosts. And this one little card, because there were 5 of them, and 2 went to the Astros, 2 went to the Rangers. The 5th one went in that random group. So that goes to the Mariners. Then our hits recap. And if you missed me saying it earlier, guys, I'm expecting this, what we've broken tonight will probably ship out on Tuesday. That's my anticipated ship date. Sean Newcomb for the Braves. Nolan Arenado for the Rockies. Antonio Senzatella for the Rockies. numbered to 25. Osuna for the Blue Jays. Coda Glover for the Nats. Kenley Jansen, Dodgers. Chris Bryant, Cubbies. Derek Jeter, Yankees. Paul Goldschmidt for the D-backs. And we'll do just a quick little run through here. These are our photo variation short prints, and we'll just take one quick little look at them. Again, that is actually not one. That one is numbered to 2017, and I stacked it in the wrong spot. That was my fault. But all the rest of these here are the photo variation short prints out of their respective packs. And as always, I appreciate you guys very much. I thank you for breaking with me, for bidding with me, keeping me entertained and keeping me company in chat. I always appreciate all of that. I hope I'll see you again for another break. There's always something going on, baseball, basketball, and football. And I break most nights, take a few nights off here and there, but most of the time there's something happening that you can get in on. So I hope I'll see you again soon. In the meantime, stay warm if you're in a cold part of the country like me, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you next time. Thanks a lot.